People come in more for coffee, way more for coffee than they do for tea.
When people think of Sydney, many people first think of coffee instead of tea. And that's no surprise. The city prides itself on its fair trade, hand-roasted, ethically grown, single-origin beans. We get it. You make good coffee. But Sydney's got a secret up its sleeve. It isn't all just tea bags and hot water. This city's got an entire subculture of tea flowing through its veins. And we wouldn't want you to miss out now, would we? So, welcome.
High tea is basically the definition of it being raised off the table. Originally it started out as low tea for the working classes, and I think the middle class kind of saw this, and the upper class as well, and they got a little bit annoyed that these lower class people were having so much fun. They had the money, so they could afford the sugar, so they could make the smaller cakes and raise it off the ground. First of all, the key thing is the flatware, is what we call it. This is called the Old Country Rose. The reason why we use it is because a lot of people have connection to it. Maybe their grandparents have got it, or they've had it when they were younger. And there's a lot of connection between food and emotions and memories, and we try and play on that a little bit. Everybody likes high tea. I think that's one of the amazing aspects about it. I think because it's a bit of an escape from the hustle and bustle. You go downstairs, everyone's buzzing around, getting a coffee, getting a quick cup of tea, 1 minute, 2 minutes. Here you can come and relax for a couple of hours in the beautiful room. It's not very noisy. You can enjoy little cakes and the sandwiches and really kind of get away from the stress of the city for a couple of hours. And it's also about experience. It's not about kind of coming in, order, done, bang, off you go. It's very much about from the minute you walk in to the minute you leave, that the whole experience is sort of enjoyed and you're pampered for, I guess. It's a luxurious experience.
Usually I don't drink it on my own, so I go buy bubble tea with friends. And the oddest thing is, I have some friends who won't drink tea, and I have some friends who won't drink coffee, but they will drink bubble tea, which is kind of like tea, but sweet maybe.
Sometimes I'll get like 2-for-1 deals with my friends, which is like amazing value.
But the first time I had it, like the pearls at the bottom? So they had pearls in there too, and I hated it, because it's not nata de coco, it's like black, it's like dirty, it's weird, it's chewy, I didn't know what it was. But then the third or fourth time, I was like, oh, milk tea is not milk tea without the bubble tea. So yeah, that's the first time I had it, yeah.
Here, Sensation Tea House has been going for about 16 years. But at that time, I didn't think there has a proper tea shop around Sydney at that time. Probably one or two, but not really promoting the Chinese tea. The history in China, the cultural side, has actually got a huge spectrum of tea, and we created the tea house, and we work with the city of Sydney every Chinese New Year to have the tea appreciation session. The clay teapot is porous, so we will pour hot water on outside the clay teapot. It will help to create this osmosis action that actually help to bring out the flavor of the teas. Australian usually tea culture plays long time, and they usually would put some milk or some lemons into it. While the Chinese tea mostly just as it is, just enjoy the actual flavor of the tea. So I think the difference between the Australian way or the Western way, and the Chinese way, it complements each other. So we don't say who's better, we just complement each other.
We've spent over 40 hours drinking tea, shooting tea, talking to people about tea. We've met tea lovers from all different walks of life, and if we've learned one thing, it's this. The tea culture in Sydney is brimming with potential. Perhaps it's time to put the beans aside and take a dip into the wonderful world of tea that Sydney has to offer.